the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. It's a special prime-time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Deshaun Watson and the New Orleans Saints versus Lamar Jackson and the Green Bay Packers.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember?
Harrison Butker.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his third season now from Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27.
22, Derrick Henry.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 21 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
Yards on the play. And it's third down.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's taken down here by the Saints. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
To be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Partner, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Jackson. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
At the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line.
It's a gain of
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Now it's Jackson. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And the Packers are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
At the 6-yard line.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, first and goal. They'll run with Cook, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. Also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Leading them out, their 2-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 4th season now from Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. A quick slant to Hill. Tyreek Hill from last week. There are the numbers. 6 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. First carry for Nick Chubb. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brought down by Marcus.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up second.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
On the coverage.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Watson's pass.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Burst by him near the 35. And this will be a Packers first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Green Bay.
First and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A give to Cook out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man Hilton. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Dalvin Cook.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
At the 45-yard
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A run for Nick Chubb. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
Chubb, the ball
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll try the air now with Watson. On the slant, complete to Green. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
10 at the 14-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Saints are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Great. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are back within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
10 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Looking deep. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Operating from the gun. Jackson gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
2 yards left on second down from the 9.
From the gun, Jackson. Touchdown, Packers. T.Y. Hilton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
Gano for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
Saints 7.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A shotgun snap for Watson. On the right side, caught by Green. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now it's Watson. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Levante David in on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Watson just beating the play clock. His throw incomplete. And Mecole Hardman the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Watson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
10 at the 14-yard.
A lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Watson lost it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
17. Saints 10.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Space to maneuver at the 40. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Watson looks to throw again. And is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
A loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 6.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. The pass to Brown as he holds it in. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Green Bay.
This is Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The ball carrier. Stephon Tuitt on the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cook following the penalty. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, Jackson.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Faking the give, now Watson. Green with the catch left side.
Watson's pass.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
That's good for a Saints. 1st and 10.
Now a first down throw. Watson caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
2nd and inches.
They'll run it with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Defense.
The officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
On the carry. He was brought down by Levante David. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 11.
On 2nd and 9. Watson. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. On the carry, it's Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
A 21-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Saints 20, Packers 17.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down 20-17, a minute 51 on the clock. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Complete to Dalvin Cook.
Now Jackson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. And his throw is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's second down.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35.
Jackson to throw. They'll dump this off to Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. That catch good for only a couple. 10 seconds to go. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make it third down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through.
Is good.
And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Watson. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Now it's Jackson. And
This will be incomplete. Cooper again the target, and it's third and short.
Cooper, incomplete. It's third down. And one.
Jackson from the shotgun. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
At the 30-yard line.
They run. Chubb. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Watson now to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Mecole Hardman the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd and 19.
Out of the gun, Watson. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 18. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Chubb.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll run with Chubb. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the left, he's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. A run for Nick Chubb, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Darren Waller. Incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
They're on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. This game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for New Orleans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Thanks for watching.